Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Carla Perez.
And I'm Hallie Schwarzkopf.
And this is your BNN News Show.
This week, we will be showing you more on cross-country team camp,
New changes in the school,
freshman orientation,
the football scrimmage,
the new head of the social studies department,
C4 transportation,
welcoming freshmen, Over the summer, the cross-country team had a week-long camp in Brown County. Members of the team spoke about their experience at the camp.
Columbus North Cross Country Camp took place from July 22nd to July 27th. BNN talked to senior Abby Landini and freshman Evan Carr about their experiences. This is Tristan Cook reporting for BNN.
First cross country camp was a really good experience to get to race my teammates each night instead of like middle school where we just do one mock meet, but I got to race them at a lot of different distances. So it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of team bonding in, and it was a really good week.
Well, we were at a different location. We were at Brown County State Park instead of McCormick's Creek. And all the workouts were different. Usually they're the same every single year, but we have a new coach this year, so we had all different workouts, and it was a lot more chill. Usually we're very go, 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 but this year we had a lot more free time. I love the new coach. He's great. He really works with us, and he makes independent plans. And his workouts are really fun. I mean, not fun because they're hard, but they're better than previous years. And we all are working together as a unit more this year, so it's going to be a really great year, and we're really excited.
Middle school cross country was a lot less commitment and more focused on just having fun and being involved. But I like having a team that we're really committed to, and it's more than just running for the team. We also do morning practices, and he has expectations for us at school and stuff.
We all kind of hang out all the time. We all get in cars together. We're all driving around together. We do all the workouts together. We sing together. We chant. We eat. We all make each other food. It's very working as a unit all week. We're never apart from each other. We all sleep in tents together. It's very close.
We had a lot of fun when we were just waiting around, and then whenever we did runs, it was a lot of fun, but the best part was racing them every night, so we got to have a competitive environment all the time. It's pretty much what I expected because I got to run with them over the winter, and I got to meet the coaches and meet the team, and I ran with the coach for a different team over the fall, but it is a little bit different.
My best memory, well, that was probably when we all piled into Emma Lawson's car, and she calls her car Latoya, and we blared Princess and the Pauper, and we just drove in circles, and we all screamed the lyrics. That was a good time.
For this season, I'm most excited for being really competitive with my team to fight for varsity spots because I'm in one group that has a lot of contenders for the varsity, but not everyone can be on at once.
A new year comes with new changes. Many new policies have been put in place at CNHS to ensure student safety. A staff member and students spoke about their opinions on these changes.
Columbus North High School is going through some security changes. BNN sat down with Christopher Lee and Zarek Greathouse to get their thoughts about the changes.
I've really felt like school's been kind of a safe place for me. I've never felt like I've been in danger or felt like something might happen to me. I've never really been late to class for these new changes. I mean, yeah, I think this inconvenience might be worth it, if anything happens in the future, but I don't know, it's hard to say.
Ever felt unsafe at school? No. I've always felt safe in the school because I know that they take their time to make sure that we're all safe in our classes, and the new rules that they have out for going out in the hall all the time. I think that they keep us in class a lot more now. Feel safe with the new safety precautions? Yes, I do. They're a lot safer, I should say, with keeping kids in class and not roaming off. These new safety rules make me late for class. Sorta, kinda, for lunch most of the time, because now that they have the doors locked where I come in for lunch or from basically only lunch. I have to walk across the school, and that takes a lot of time for me to get back from lunch and I have to walk around the school.
This is Nick Holt reporting for BNN.
1 week before school began, freshman orientation took place in the Columbus North Auditorium. Incoming freshmen delved deeper into their thoughts on orientation in the new year.
Freshman orientation was August 2nd. We sat down with freshmen Kaylee Edwards and Layla Terry and asked how freshman orientation went.
It went pretty good. We learned a lot of things about the school and where to go. I thought that they could have explained technology a little bit better to the kids. It helped me find out where most of the classes were and the clubs. I was a little bit nervous about getting lost at first, but I think it's okay now. New sports and clubs that we didn't get in middle school.
Freshman orientation, it was okay. I mean, it kind of helped me figure out the layout of the school and kind of where to go from each of my classes. It was definitely helpful because when I walked in, I had no idea where many things were, and so I got to kind of look around and meet some new people. I mean, at first I was a little nervous about getting lost, but I think everybody is. But after the first day, it got a lot easier. I'm definitely excited because it's high school, and so you get to experience a lot of new things, and you get to meet a lot of new people and make some great friends.
This is Jacob Norton reporting for BNN.
The football season has officially begun. 2 students on the football team talk about the upcoming season.
I've been playing football for 10 years since kindergarten. I've played out in the Taylorsville Bears, and then I went to Northside and played football there.
I don't really feel bad, but I don't feel good at the same time. I mean, it's physical, it's not easy. It's overall fun, but I'd rather have better competition. It's not too hard, I'll get home and I'll barely have enough time to do homework, but I manage enough time to do it and just eat dinner and all that stuff.
No, Barry. Oh my God. All right, come here, 30. Come here. You all right? Huh? You all right?
I mean, ups is you get in shape and you have fun every week, but the downs is, if you really love football, then you'll actually enjoy going to practice during the summer and during the year, but if you don't, then it might be some time consuming.
I want those 24 kids to do. We don't have the numbers, but we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. JV, you're going to be just fine. We're going to be fine as a family.
When we do conditioning, it's really hard to keep yourself motivated to keep going and keep running full speed. But you just gotta it's just all mental toughness, and that's just what the game of football is all about. When you mess up in a play, you gotta forget it and focus on the next play and try to make yourself better what you messed up on the last play.
This year, the Social Studies Department appointed a new department head, Mrs. Martin. She sits down to discuss her new position.
BNN sat down with teacher and new Social Studies chair, Mrs. Martin.
My new role is to be the Social Studies Department Chair for Columbus North High School and Northside Middle School. This semester, I will be teaching one section of sociology and one section of consumer econ, and then next semester I'll teach 2 sections of sociology. The thing that I most enjoy about teaching is definitely the kids and getting to see them excited about learning and developing lesson plans that I feel like the kids can get excited about or that they enjoy, and teaching them something new. The thing that I look forward to the most is the fact that I kind of have the best of both worlds. I get to teach 2 classes, so I don't have to give that up, but I also get to play an administrative role and help to evaluate teachers and provide professional development and just help them to become better teachers, hopefully. And I think that kind of gives me the best possible situation.
This is Kyle Carlson reporting for BNN.
Every year, students in C4 programs at Columbus North and East are transported to and from high schools for classes. Students and staff related to the C4 department talk about their experience with the transportation.
Many students from different schools travel to attend C4 classes. We asked East student Mike Tungate and C4 administrator Mrs. Weichman about this.
I travel from East here to North for precision machining, which is a really great class. We learn all different kinds of skills in precision machining. So I hop on a bus early in the mornings and I get here about 10 minutes before school starts, and we get to go to our classrooms and sit until the bell rings. I really wouldn't change anything about it. I mean, they're all really good at making sure that we're here on the right times, making sure that we can leave the schools and get to our next classes.
We have buses that transfer between North, East, and McDowell all day long. We also have buses that go to our building site, which is on Pearl Street for our construction class. And then we have probably 9 or 10 county buses that come each day to all of our sites. So we have multiple buses that are moving all day long. They start at 7:16 in the morning and they finish at 3:15 in the afternoon. So it's moving kids all day long. We have well over 750 students who participate in busing throughout the day. And the reason that we do this is for safety. 10 years ago, the difference between schools 10 years ago and today is one thing. There's a lot of violence all over the United States in schools. And our school is very cognizant of safety and security. And to be able to make kids safe when they're transferring between buildings is to do that on a bus, because we can notify a bus to go to a safe site. Students who drive, we don't even know who they all are, let alone be able to notify them. So it's vitally important for every student to take the bus that's provided. I think that if kids rode the buses, we would have tremendous improvement. Everybody would get to class at the same time. There wouldn't be any notion of, hey, on my way over to North or on my way over to East, I can stop by Panera or I can stop by Starbucks or whatever. But the number one thing is safety. And in my belief, all kids are safe when they're on the bus.
This is Sam Lawson reporting for BNN.
This was the freshmen' first full week as high schoolers. A couple freshmen spoke about their thoughts on the year so far.
As the 2018-2019 school year kicks off, a new group of freshmen enters high school. BNN sat down with freshman Trent Bodart and freshman Ilse Ortiz to see how their first week went.
My first impression of high school was it's pretty big. It's huge.
The most challenging part was not knowing whether I had classes with friends.
Northside, it's all your classes are in the same hallway, and here it could be on one end of the building to the other.
I'd like to say Mr. Kufavor because he teaches my favorite subject.
What I'm looking forward to most is probably athletics. I was most nervous about the upperclassmen. No, the upperclassmen.
The upperclassmen they've been kind of helpful.
This is Matt Riemann reporting from BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. I'm Hallie Schwarzkopf.
And I'm Carla Perez.
Have a great weekend.
BNN is a proud partner of CNHS Media at Columbus North in Columbus, Indiana. All music is provided by American Music Company.